Let's bring you news on one of the stories that's been dominating headlines for the last few weeks. Ryan Giggs has denied headbutting his ex-partner during an argument. The former Manchester United player was back in the witness box in court today, where he's accused of assaulting Kate Greville and her sister, and of also using controlling and coercive behaviour against his ex-partner. As you can see, our correspondent Julian Drucker is here in the studio with us. Julian, been looking very closely at this today. So go through what happened in court, if you can.
Hi, Dan. Yes, second day of cross-examination for Ryan Giggs. Once again, the evidence focusing on this night in question in November 2020. Now, he's accused of headbutting his ex-partner, Kate Greville. He denies this. And he was asked about a prepared statement he gave to police a day after the alleged incident. Now, in it, he said a scuffle had broken out over her phone and that he said his head accidentally clashed with hers. And the prosecutor then challenged him over this statement. In court, Peter Wright, QC, the prosecutor, said, the reality is you headbutted her, didn't you? And Ryan Giggs said no. And then Mr. Wright said to him, because in this dispute with her, you had, by that stage, completely lost your self-control. And Ryan Giggs again said no. The prosecutor also asked Mr. Giggs if he'd berated and chastised Miss Greville's sister Emma for calling police, and Ryan Giggs admitted that.
It's fascinating to hear what's going on in the courtroom. And there was another couple of key questions, weren't there, towards the end of his time in the witness box today?
This was just as he left. So he was asked a few things by his lawyer, Ryan Giggs' lawyer. He was asked if he'd ever used violence in public. And Ryan Giggs said no, and then asked whether he'd used violence in private, and Mr. Giggs said no as well. And then for more than an hour this afternoon, Dan, the court heard messages between Mr. Giggs and Miss Greville to get a sense of how their relationship was. Jurors heard these really intimate exchanges, including poems that they'd written at each other. She told him in one of those messages, she said, we're going to be that old couple in a restaurant when you're 70 and I'm 60. So the trial will continue tomorrow and they'll hear even more of these messages.
Julian, thank you.